Hello, my name is Christian and this is my 8th video. In this video I'm going to be talking about Komorebi, gratitude, the importance of beings like Ernest, and little miracles. I haven't made a video for a little while because I've been working a lot. I've been traveling around so much that being at home now feels like a holiday. But the other day I was leaning against my car in town. I had just gotten back from the airport and I was very tired, and a gentleman approached me on the street and said that he really liked my YouTube videos and that he'd watched this whole series, and nobody said that to me, and nobody said that to me before, and I was really grateful. I wasn't expecting it and it made my day. So if you're watching this, I think it's really cool that you went out of your way to say that to me, and I'm grateful. It was nice of you, so thank you. Here's a new word for you: Komorebi. Have you heard of this? So Komorebi is a Japanese word. I'm going to Japan for my honeymoon in December. And what it means is the dappled sunlight that comes through the leaves of trees, or the gaps between. So you're probably familiar with this kind of sunlight, right? It's not straight up sunlight, it's not straight up shade, it's dappled shade as the sunbeams come through the leaves of trees. Isn't it lovely? I love that there's a word for this. I've always really appreciated Komorebi, even though I didn't have a word for it. When I see Komorebi, it seems to help the world quiet down. I don't know if you've noticed, but when it's happening, it has a way of making the leaves on trees seem kind of like jewels, which is really lovely. So it throws the world into a kind of treasured relief as well. So if you've appreciated this, there's a new word for you: Komorebi. So I've been thinking about this, and I've been thinking about gratitude, because of course gratitude is supposed to be very, very good for us. A good friend of mine, Peter Sharp, he's basically an artist of gratitude, and he's on a quest to remind the world of the importance of gratitude, and he's certainly convinced me. As the world becomes an increasingly troubled place, gratitude will have more and more of a place within it, in a roundabout way, I expect. So in terms of gratitude, I've been thinking, where else do I experience the sensations that the Japanese describe with Komorebi? For me, it's often been the wind moving across the face of the river, or the sun across the face of little waves on the sea. All of these moments, even though they're rather different from one another, they have the same effect of making the world quiet down a little bit, and the pace of life slow, and making the world a little bit more treasured. So this is something that I'm often grateful for. These moments which, for lack of a better word, I'm going to collectively call Komorebi from now on, probably to the chagrin of Japanese people. But in respect to gratitude, part of the reason I've been thinking about this more and taking more moments to be grateful, you might not know this about me, but I spent a lot of my life working in the disability service sector. I wrote a thesis in disability studies. To this day I do lots of training, helping people prepare for life with disability and access and inclusion. And a phobia of mine, not a phobia, but a fear of mine, is the sudden stroke, or the sudden heart attack, or the sudden topple that makes one's life irreparably different, such that one is disabled and the world is now a harder place. And since I've gotten married, that fear has radically shifted to instead a fear that something will happen to my wife. I was giving training today, and it was to a whole bunch of carers, and these were people who, there was one bloke and his wife had an accident and now she's paralyzed. There was somebody else whose parents have dementia and child has a intellectual impairment. And these are people who are just on all corners. It's not just a disabled family or an impaired family, it's a extended family, immediate family, so on and so forth. And these people were so lovely. And nonetheless, as I was driving home, I just couldn't wait to see my wife in her healthy glory, knowing that at any moment something could happen which would forever change our lives. And isn't it wonderful that we're both healthy and able to hold each other unimpeded. So I was just driving home feeling very excited to see her, being very grateful for that. I'm sure people here who are in love and who have husbands and wives and whatnot have probably experienced the same thing. Now, the way that I'm going to connect this all together, because you know that my thoughts, they blend together in a way which can sometimes seem a little bit wonky, but not long ago, the Anglican Church split down the middle. So you have roughly 90 million Anglicans by some estimates, split 45 million here, 45 million there. The global south don't want much to do with the Church of England anymore, and certainly not with the incoming Archbishop of Canterbury. And I've been thinking about this, and I haven't had very many people to speak with about it. And so I reached out to get a coffee with the local rector, a wonderful man, a local priest named Ernest. Now, I've known many priests in my time. Many of them have been very good men and women. Some of them have driven me to despair the fact that they're priests. I can't believe some people that become priests. Others I can totally believe. And Ernest, I can totally believe it. He is so well suited to it. He's so supportive and consoling and thoughtful and educated and excellent in so many ways. And we got to talking, and we were there having a coffee at a cafe that you've seen me have discussions like this at in the past. And the Anglican Church just didn't seem to come up. Instead, we started talking about matters of faith and the nature of the divine. And it can be difficult when speaking to some people, some priests, and certainly with Ernest, to tell whether or not what you're hearing from them is the true extent of what they believe, or if it's something that they are parceling in a way that you can understand, because this is a very learned man indeed. And my capacity for understanding is no doubt a little bit too shallow to hold the depths of those waters. But as I was sharing some of my ideas, some of my heresies, he seemed distracted, and he looked over his shoulder and almost interrupted me and said, he had just ordered an orange juice. He said, "I wonder what my orange juice is going to be like. Will it be bitter? Will it be sour? Will it be sweet? Will it be a deep color? Gee, I wonder." And he earnestly was wondering. Like, he was distracted considering his orange juice, and he was excited about it. And suddenly I was excited for his orange juice to arrive. I couldn't wait to see this other man's orange juice and to see his response when he tried it. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that beautiful? This sunlight through the leaves and dappling of reality as this man was awaiting his orange juice. What a wonderful moment. His orange juice arrived and he had a try, and then he said something to me, which was, every day that you wake up is a miracle. And I know you've probably heard this before. I know it seems a cliche, but if you take it seriously, simply waking up, there's another day. Gee whiz, what a miracle. Ain't it good to be alive? There's just so much to be grateful for, isn't there? So as I think of all of this, all of these different little things, water on the river, sunlight through the leaves, the able body of my wife, and even failing that one day, her continued existence and love, and the sweetness or the sourness or the bitterness of the orange juice, all little miracles. So yeah, it's a short video. I just wanted to share that, because sometimes I feel like I think about this stuff, and it's wonderful that you can think about such things and be close to crying. So yeah, sincere gratitude. Ain't it good to be alive? I can't wait for my honeymoon. I hope that everybody's going very well, and I will see you in the next video.